They say 1 in 6 people is a narcissist. Look around you. That means in your circle, there's a high chance someone fits the bill. But what if that someone is closer than you think? What if that someone shares your bed, your home, your life?
Today, we share the top signs that indicate you might be living with a narcissist. We'll also look at how to spot the difference between narcissistic behavior and someone just having a tough time.
Exactly, Monica. So let's start there, because this is an important distinction. We live in a world quick to label and judge, and so it's vital we understand the spectrum of narcissism. Not everyone with self-focused tendencies has narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. NPD is marked by a lack of empathy, manipulative behaviors, and an unbridled need for admiration, and all of this combined with fragile self-esteem. It's crucial to distinguish between genuine narcissistic behaviors and those behaviors resulting from temporary stress or setbacks.
Yes, and this can happen. Temporary issues can induce narcissistic behaviors. Stress or personal crisis might lead to someone appearing self-centered or less empathetic. Even more, someone who has felt unheard or not noticed by their partner for a while can appear in need of recognition. However, these are usually short-lived and change once the source of stress is resolved. Genuine narcissistic traits, on the other hand, are persistent and pervasive, significantly impacting relationships.
And that is why understanding this difference is key. We tend to be quick to label, and that is when the risk of oversimplifying complex human behavior comes in. Not every moment of selfishness or emotional withdrawal signals narcissism. It's the pattern and persistence of behaviors, not isolated incidents, that indicate deeper issues.
So, before jumping to conclusions, consider the broader context of your partner's behavior. Are these traits consistent over time or tied to specific sources of stress? The answer can guide you towards empathy and understanding, or highlight deeper, more systemic issues within the relationship.
Okay, now let's talk about those red flags that might signal someone is somewhere on the NPD spectrum. One unmistakable sign is a persistent lack of empathy. Of course, anyone can have their own moments of insensitivity, but here we are talking about a continuous disregard for the emotional states of others, a fundamental inability to place themselves into another person's shoes.
Let's take an example. Imagine Alex, a partner who consistently ignores his partner Jamie's feelings, turning a cold shoulder when she expresses sadness or distress. Instead of offering a shoulder to lean on, Alex becomes irritated, suggesting Jamie's emotions are an inconvenience to Alex. This behavior is a glaring sign that empathy is absent, a cornerstone trait of narcissistic personalities. I've been really down at work lately. It feels like everything is just piling up on me.
Can we not do this now? I had a long day and your mood is dragging me down even more.
But I need your support. It's important to me.
Well, I need some space. Handle it yourself for once. Another red flag, and equally telling, is the presence of manipulative and exploitative behaviors. Narcissists excel in manipulation, often using sophisticated tactics like gaslighting. Now, what's gaslighting? The goal is to sow seeds of doubt into your partner's perception of reality. We do that to effectively avoid taking accountability and to maintain a grip on the relationship dynamics.
Let's go back to Alex, who consistently undermines his partner Jamie's emotions, labeling her reactions as overreactions or telling her she's misremembering events, especially when it absolves him of blame. What do you think will happen over time? Chances are that Jamie will start doubting her judgment, a textbook outcome of gaslighting. For example, last night you promised we'd discuss vacation plans with our friends today.
You're making it up, Jamie. I never said such a thing. You're overreacting, as usual.
But I clearly remember.
You're wrong. Stop twisting things to make me look bad, especially when we're around our friends. The next red flag is quite an obvious one. Narcissistic individuals often exhibit grandiosity and a sense of entitlement, a belief in their superiority that can border on delusion. We're not talking about having confidence or high self-esteem, a healthy trait per se. Here we're talking about a profound conviction that a narcissist is above other people, deserving an unwavering admiration and special treatment without them reciprocating.
Building on our earlier example, let's say that Alex often dominates conversations and decisions, dismissing Jamie's opinions as inferior. He expects his needs and desires to be prioritized, viewing his preferences as inherently more important, a clear display of entitlement. Does this seem familiar to you?
We're going with my choice for dinner, the steakhouse.
But I thought we agreed to take turns picking the restaurant.
Well, my choices are just better. We're going for the steakhouse. End of discussion.
It feels like my opinions don't matter to you at all.
That's absolutely right. Moving on, the next red flag is an insatiable need for admiration. This trait distinguishes narcissists from those who simply appreciate acknowledgement. Narcissists crave constant validation and attention, often engaging in behaviors designed to ensure they remain the focus of admiration, sidelining their partner's needs and achievements.
Consider this scenario. Alex completes a work project and expects Jamie to celebrate his success with grand gestures. When Jamie simply says, "Good job," Alex's reaction is extreme. He gets angry and accuses Jamie of not caring about his achievements. His reaction is so much more than just seeking acknowledgement. It's an excessive demand for admiration that puts unnecessary strain on their relationship.
Hey, I just got an email from my boss praising the project I led. Aren't you happy for me?
Wow, good job!
Just good job? And is that it? Seriously? After such a huge success, I expected a little bit more enthusiasm from you. Or you could have suggested a little dinner out, or at least a little celebration. You just don't seem to value all my efforts.
I said good job because I really am proud of you. I do value your efforts, Alex. I just didn't realize you expected something grand. It's hard to meet your expectations when they feel so high all the time.
Now, this next one is a trait that many people might not expect from a narcissist. Despite their outward appearance of confidence, many narcissists harbor an extremely fragile self-esteem. They might react aggressively to criticism or even mild feedback, perceiving it as an attack on their character.
Imagine this situation. Jamie proposes a new way to manage their finances better, aiming for a constructive discussion. Instead of engaging, Alex explodes, seeing this suggestion as a direct critique of his financial management. His reaction is such that it reveals the fragility of his ego, masked by an exterior facade of confidence. Let's see an example. I was thinking we could start using a new budgeting app to keep track of our expenses better. What do you think?
So now you're saying I can't manage our money, right? Is that it?
No, it's not about that at all. I thought it would just help us both see things more clearly.
I've been handling our finances for years without any problems. You bringing this up is just insulting. Now that we covered the most important 5 red flags, it's essential to again highlight one important thing. These red flags should not be just occasional lapses. We're talking about patterns of behavior that are consistent over time and then undermine the foundation of respect and mutual support in a relationship.
Recognizing these behaviors is the first step towards addressing them. And if you think it is helpful, let us know in the comments, and we can share with you a framework for how to address a tendency towards narcissistic behaviors. A framework that can make a real difference in your relationship.
Said this, and however, if you're frequently encountering these issues in your relationship, if these narcissistic behaviors are pronounced and constant over time, it might signify deeper problems. In this case, it is important that you also consider seeking professional guidance, which can provide the clarity and support you need.
And remember, this journey is unique to each couple. While dealing with a tendency towards narcissistic behaviors may be challenging, the destination, a relationship built on mutual respect, understanding, and love, is well worth the effort.
We hope this was helpful. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more real advice for real couples.
Let's transform your love story together.